Hi, everyone. Kimberly Lebbing here. Thank you for joining me. Are your past mistakes, either in business or in relationships, is that keeping you up at night? Is it haunting you? So today I'm going to talk about this and how it affects our business, how it affects our relationships, and what you can do about it. So really quickly, my name is Kimberly Lebbing, and hey, Dina, thanks for joining. My name is Kimberly Lebbing, and I work with business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals who are stuck or struggling either in their business or their relationships. And I've got a very unique process that fixes the problem in 4 hours or less. So today I want to get back to, in the spirit of it's October, right? So I was thinking about, I had just talked to a business owner who was stuck in his business about something that had happened like 8 years ago. And it was literally still keeping him up at night. So I was just thinking, because it's October, I'm like, these ghosts, these skeletons in our closets are literally affecting us. Because I can promise you, if it's keeping you up at night, if it's like you're waking up with these thoughts of something that happened a long time ago, it is most definitely affecting your day-to-day decisions, behaviors, and all the other things. And it's not just this person. I mean, this isn't everybody that I talk to. This is just kind of front of mind, that whenever we're struggling with something from the past, it affects our decisions. So in this particular case, and honestly, I can think of, 10 more that are similar to it. There was likely the core issue was trust, and likely that had to do that with that event. And so if you can imagine, if you're trying to build a bigger business, or maybe you're even trying to build some really great relationships, be it with your spouse or maybe some new relationships with friends or business partners, and you have a trust issue, that's going to affect your behaviors. It's going to affect your decisions. It's going to affect everything. So it's really, really huge. So you have to be able to go in and recognize that if that thing is playing over and over and over and over again. Hey, Antonio, thanks for joining. If you have to go over and it keeps playing in your mind, it's time to stop the record. It's time to take that sucker out and maybe put a scratch in it so that it doesn't play again. And I see this over and over again. It happens even with relationships. Let's say I have another client that had gone through a divorce. Well, actually several. And the divorce, the going through almost trauma of however many months or sometimes even years that led up to that, it affects your decisions. It affects your behaviors. It affects everything you're doing. And you may be aware of it. Sometimes you are, especially if it's keeping you up at night, but sometimes you're not. Sometimes you don't know why you're procrastinating, or you don't know why you're not getting to that next level in your business, but you know that there's something there that's stopping you. That's the ghost. That's the skeletons in the closet. That's the thing that we don't really want to look at, because we like to keep it tucked away and pretend like we've gotten past it. But subconsciously, it is imprinted on us, and we are now viewing everything through this lens of this thing that happened in the past. Now, is this true for everyone? Some people are able to move right past things. However, I think that everyone probably has something, because there's always another level. There's always another breakthrough. There's always, whatever you're doing, if you want to get to that next thing, we're never perfect, right? We're never there. So there's always something. So when you're stuck in a past decision, specifically, whether it's a business thing or a relationship thing, it can hold you back. It can hold you back from the success that you want. It can hold you back from the relationships that you want. And until you get to that thing, so that's what I'm going to cover. Until you really understand what the real reason is of why you're stuck, why you're not moving forward, why you're not getting that success that you want, until you really get to that, that's the first step. Get to that core reason. Identify what the real problem is. And looking at my notes, is it trust? Could it be fear? Could there be like something from your past that caused that? And getting to the core is huge. A lot of times people don't know why, or they think it's something else, and they're very much on a surface level. They're not looking at you do your behaviors and your decisions at a subconscious level. 90% of what we do is done subconsciously. So we really have to dig in and figure out why we do the behavior we do. And the second step is discovering what caused it or where it first occurred. And that can be tricky. Most of the time, it's something beyond that. Oh, I went through a divorce, a few years ago, or I made a bad business deal, 10 years ago. Usually it's something that goes way past that, because there's a reason why you ended up in that situation that you ended up in. And I'm not saying that it's your fault or anything like that. What I'm saying is you were programmed at an early age. And it is what it is. We take in all the things that we learn from our parents, from our peers, from the people that are around us at a very young age. And all that goes in to our programming, and it replays. And it replays over and over again. And that is our filter that we look through to make our decisions and our behaviors that got us into that problem in the first place. So I hope that makes sense. And the very third step is to fix it. And that is what I do. But I will tell you, figure out what you learned from it. Figure out that's like Entrepreneur 101, like learn from your mistakes. So I do that in a very unique way so that you can leave it in the past and carry it forward. But that's really the basis of it is what can you learn from that mistake that you had in the past? Like really, there aren't any mistakes. We learn from things and we're able to move forward. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any ghosts or skeletons and you would like help, please reach out to me. But I also want to put out there that I have a Facebook group that is called Success Mindset for entrepreneurs and business owners. And I put a lot of tips and tricks mindset wise in that group. If that's something you're interested in, I will put a link in the comments of this video so you can join. I'd love to see you there. So thanks again for listening.